Hi, my name is Key and I'm joining Booktube. I've finally clawed my way out of my reading slump that I've been in for years, so I'm finally inspired to make a Booktube channel of my own. I've seen a lot of creators do the Booktube newbie tag as their first video, so I figured it's only right that I should do the same thing. So here we are. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Booktube newbie tag. Question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? I've had a written blog on and off for the last 10 years or so. I started it in college in my creative writing classes, and it's something that I've always really enjoyed. Whenever I haven't been writing fiction or poetry, it's been nice to have a blog to keep me consistently writing. And I also have fallen in love with content creation over the years. I have my own small business, I have my blog, I have an Instagram account that I post on, and it's really fun making videos and taking photos for that. So I figured that Booktube is kind of a good extension of that. I've been in a reading slump for quite a few years, and I feel like this year I've finally clawed my way out of it. And I've really fallen back in love with reading and talking about books and listening to other people talk about books. So Booktube just felt like a nice community to get into to start making long form YouTube videos. So here we are. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And truthfully, I didn't really know how to answer this. I don't always feel like I'm the most fun person in a room or the most unique person in a room. I do feel like I will very much fall into the same kind of place that other booktubers are in. I do think though that one thing I actually struggle with is reading the same books that everyone else is reading at the same time that everyone else is reading them. And by that I mean, if I'm recommended something too much, I kind of fight against it and I don't want to read it or watch it or listen to it. I find this with TV shows, I find this with movies, with books, with music. I just resist for some reason. That's not to say I don't read popular books, because I definitely do, but oftentimes I find them in my own time, or I read them much later than everyone else, or I resist for a really long time before I settle into it and decide that I will in fact read it and enjoy it. So you might find some lesser talked about books on this channel. The other thing that I think could set me apart is that I'm not particularly genre driven. I kind of just read anything that captures my attention, piques my interest. So where some booktubers are specifically romance booktubers or fantasy booktubers or horror booktubers, I feel like I can kind of cover all bases so you don't feel too stuck on genre-based recommendations from the booktuber that you're watching, if that makes sense. So I don't know how fun or unique that is, but maybe that's just something you'll find on this channel. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? And truthfully, I'm just excited to try something new. I'm excited to learn from the community, I'm excited to be a part of the community. I don't have much experience with long form videos, so I'm excited to learn how to make them, how to edit them, how to feel comfortable in them is something that I'm really gonna have to get used to. I'm also excited to reach a wider community of readers and talk to you and hear from you, talk about books, find new book recommendations, and hopefully build a community here. So I'm really looking forward to that. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? This is a hard question to answer for some reason, but I've always loved reading. I started reading at quite a young age. My dad always used to read me books as a kid and I kind of picked it up really quick. So I always had books around or a book in my hand. I used to get through books so fast. And then I kind of fell into a reading slump in college. I was a creative writing student and an English student, so being forced to read and write and analyse reading and writing in class made it really hard to enjoy reading and writing outside of class. And unfortunately, that reading slump from college lasted so many years, to the point where I'm only just out of it, even though I've been out of college for the past 6 or 7 years. One thing I do love about reading in that respect is that your love of books never goes away, even when you do for a little while. So you can just always go back to books whenever you're ready, and the love that you have for them will always be the same. Do you know what I mean? I also love anything that gets me away from doom scrolling TikTok. My other hobbies, like watching movies and TV shows, unfortunately, I can also be on my phone whilst I'm watching a movie or a TV show, but reading a book, you can't. So I really appreciate that aspect of it, even if I go on TikTok to post about the book I've read after I've finished reading it. Question number 5 is what books got you into reading? I've put together a little list, so I am going to reference that. But weirdly, I loved fact books and like encyclopedias. That's so weird. And like history books about like ancient Egypt and the Roman Empire and dinosaurs and space and animals and all that kind of stuff. But beyond that, I really loved fairy tales and poetry. I loved Michael Morpurgo and Jacqueline Wilson, and through high school or like middle school, the Twilight series really carried my love of reading, like to a concerning degree. When I couldn't quite read Twilight anymore, I took a break and I read the Morganville Vampire series. Obsessed. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. I read 11 of them in like 6 days. It was intense. So yeah, they are some of the books that really got me into and carried my love of reading. Question number 6 is what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And this is the easiest question to answer. I know exactly what it is. I hate being perceived, full stop, but I hate being perceived by people who know me on platforms like this. So people that know me in real life watching my videos makes me deeply uncomfortable. So if you know me and you watch this, don't tell me about it and don't form any alternative perception of me than the perception that you already hold of me. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, filming videos makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Knowing that people that know me might watch them makes me uncomfortable. But knowing that this will reach people beyond my inner circle is actually really exciting to me, and I'm really excited to reach a wider community of people. Filming videos I think is going to be quite difficult, and editing videos I think will be difficult, but I'm looking forward to learning and getting more comfortable in doing so. Question number 7 is when did you start reading? And I was reading from quite a young age, I think. My dad used to read to me a lot as a kid, and that really helped me pick it up. I was an advanced reader in school, so I was always kind of ahead of my peers for the most part, and I think I was always kind of reading books that were a little bit beyond my age group. But yeah, I've been reading for as long as I can remember. Like, my earliest childhood memories have always had books in them in some form. So yeah. Question number 8 is where do you read? I read wherever I can. If there is ever a time that I am sat down idle, I will pick up a book. Like, if I'm out of the house, I will pick up a book. I read a lot when I'm travelling to visit my friends. They live in Warrington, Leeds and Liverpool, so the train journeys from here to them is about 5.5 to 6 hours, so I can get through maybe 2 books on the train there and 2 on the way back. So whenever I'm visiting them, it's a really good time for reading. I read at home on my sofa, I read at home in bed, I read at work when there's nothing else to do. I know I probably shouldn't, but whatever. I just read any opportunity I can get in any place that I am in, basically. Question number 9 is what kind of books do you like to read? And like I said before, I'm not particularly genre-led. I really like anything. Anything that has a gripping storyline, I'll read. I'm trying to read more fantasy books. I'm really into Dungeons and Dragons, and I just thought now would be the time to get back into fantasy books because I loved fantasy as a kid. I read a lot of poetry. I like memoirs and like celebrity autobiographies quite a lot. I like crime fiction, I like thrillers. I'm getting more into the horror genre, which is exciting. Anything with a cozy, like cottagecore vibe is right up my street. So yeah, I don't feel like I'm very picky. I will kind of read anything. I don't mind a YA, I like a romance. Anything, honestly anything. Just give me all the books and I'll read them. And question number 10 is, what does your book collection look like? So if we're taking that literally, it looks like this. At the moment, a lot of these are stacked kind of behind each other. They were kind of all condensed onto these 4 shelves, but I did recently film a video in which I rearranged them all to kind of spread my collection out. So I will upload that very soon and you'll be able to watch that entire process. I'm in limbo between moving out of my parents' house and into the house that my boyfriend and I just bought. We are renovating it, it is taking a long time, but I can't wait to get in there, get some bookshelves up, and just really let my book collection have its moment. But for right now, they are on pretty much these shelves. That's it. That is it for now. I also just want to stray very slightly from the Booktube newbie questions, just so you can kind of get a bit more of a feel for who I am. So let's do some quickfire facts about me, which I hate doing, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so my name is Keely, but you can call me Key or Keely, I don't mind. I'm from the southeast coast of England, so I'm not far from Brighton. I'm 25, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a criminology student, I study with the Open University. I'm actually on kind of a little study break at the moment, but I'm hoping to pick it up again next year. I love books, I love music, I love TV shows, I love movies. I have a small business. I make like tote bags, mugs, bookmarks, all that kind of thing. I am a huge Swiftie. I have been a fan of Taylor Swift since I was like 7 years old. I love her so much. I saw her twice at the Eras tour, once on the Reputation tour. She is my favourite artist. I love her so much. My other music I like is Paramore, Bleachers, Phoebe Bridgers, Hosier, Noah Kahan, Fleetwood Mac, Chapel Roan, honestly tons of artists. I might link my Spotify somewhere so you can follow me. I collect vinyl records. I have this shelf and above I have like a record collection. My record player's actually up here. I've got about 100 records, I think. I have 6 tattoos. One of them is a Snoopy tattoo. I love Snoopy. I love baking, I love autumn, I love Halloween, I love spooky things, I love ghosts. I love cups of tea. That is why my username is cupofkee. What else? My favourite TV shows are Gilmore Girls and The Last of Us and The Walking Dead and New Girl. I don't know, maybe you'll have to find out the rest. So thank you for watching my Booktube newbie tag. I really hope I can be somewhat consistent with posting videos, but honestly, don't hold me to that. It takes a long time. I didn't realise I filmed a video a week ago and it took me hours and hours and hours to edit it. I got it down from about an hour and a half to just under half an hour. It was crazy. So yeah, for now, I don't know how consistent I'll be able to be, but I'm sure as I get better at it, hopefully I can be more consistent. Introduce yourself in the comments. I would love to get to know you. Let me know a little bit about yourself. Let me know what book you're reading. Feel free to leave your like Bookstagram or BookTok, Goodreads, whatever down in the comments. When I'm not on YouTube, you can find me on my social medias at cupofkee. That's Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Goodreads, Fable, Storygraph. I'm on all of them. I'm chronically online. So yeah, please do feel free to send me friend requests, follow me, whatever you like. I also have a website, which is cupofkee.co.uk. That is my blog and my small business, so I would really appreciate it if you checked that out. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. Please like my video if you liked it, and introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know what you're reading. Cool. I think that's everything. I think we've covered it. I think we've done it. This is my first Booktube video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Happy reading, stay cozy, and I'll see you later.